Hello everyone, this is Maki. The special edition of Gundam Seed Freedom was released in theaters across Japan. This event allowed audiences to enjoy the footage on the Blu-ray disc on the big screen. With an impressive sound system in addition, a new epilogue was shown in theaters. The first part focused on the story of Kira and Lars. The second part focused on the story of Afran and Cal-re. As of now, there are no plans to include this epilogue in any media such as Blu-ray discs. Director Fukuda mentioned to the fans, although I can't make any final promises, the staff is discussing ways to make it accessible to more people. Mr. Fukuda has published a draft of the first part of the epilogue in the production stage on his X. Let's take a look at Mr. Fukuda's comments and the contents of the script. First, let's look at Mr. Fukuda's comments. I am pleased that the epilogue of the second part of the special edition has been well received. Although the content is different from the final script, I will share the initial content of the first part of the epilogue that I first wrote. The content goes only part of the way. The rest of the script is a secret. Mr. Fukuda's initial draft was revised through discussions with the staff, and the epilogue was created based on the finalized script. What is being released this time is the content that Mr. Fukuda originally wrote. This means that it was written by Mr. Fukuda alone, without any input from other staff members. It appears that the finished epilogue was cut by about 2 minutes from Mr. Fukuda's original draft. The parts that were shortened appear to correspond to the sections that were not revealed in this commentary. Mr. Fukuda stated I will share up to a certain point. However, the last line of the release draft is the last line of the epilogue, shown in the theater. This means that the unreleased parts remain unknown to anyone outside the staff. Now, let's go over the published draft. I will try to respect the original nuances as much as possible when translating it into English. Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Freedom. Final scene extra scenario. Script by Mitsuo Fukuda. Featured characters: Kira Yamato, Lars Klein. The text sound only epilogue appears on the black background. The text reads over Katsukishima C75.0, 0.00. Shimao is the Japanese pronunciation of island. The sound of waves echoes softly. Black and white photos showing moments from their first meeting to the end of the movie's story are displayed in sequence, or it can be displayed as plain text. Soft music can be added to accompany the scene. The two are standing side by side at a close distance. The scene is presented with a romantic atmosphere. Kira, I never thought the stars could look so beautiful. Lars, in agreement, yes. Kira, the wind is getting stronger, but do you feel cold? Lars smiles softly, no, just being like this makes me feel very warm. Kira laughs slightly, so it looks like we are going to live here for a while. Lars, what is that? Kira, about where we are going to live. Lars, won't we live with your mothers? Lars chuckles quietly and speaks. But you think it would be nice to live in Cal-re's village, don't you? Is that okay? Kira, yes, the Acer family's villas are not only on this island, but also on Nonogoro Island and Kaguya Island. To be honest, I've already received permission. The villa has easy access to an underground hangar. Besides, Miss Maru and the others live nearby, so we can feel at ease if anything happens. Lars is at Soham, and there's a hot spring nearby, too. That sounds like a nice praise. Kira speaks with a slightly confused tone. Lars, are you reading my thoughts? Lars, I'm sorry. I couldn't help but read your mind. Kira, it's okay. I would never lie to you. Besides, no matter what abilities you have, it doesn't change who you are as a person. Lars, thank you, Kira. Kira, but can I ask you a question? Lars, yes. Kira takes a deep breath before she asks, what other skills do you have? Lars exhales easily and answers, I don't know about the other members of the agreement, but in my case it seems that I can have conversations with you in my mind. From here, Lars communicates with Kira via telepathy. I can't talk to you like this. I can also see the thoughts of the person I'm talking to and convey images or voices that come to my mind. Kira, this is an incredible ability. Lars answers with a voice that sounds a bit somber. I suppose it must be. Kira, Lars, I'm fine. Kira, as we discussed with everyone, the abilities of the occult will be kept secret. It seems that Mr. Konoe and Mr. Heinlein are taking various measures in response to the recent events. Kira, that may be true, but Lars and Miss Kagari and Athran seem to be skillfully handling explanations and responses to the nations involved. Kira, yes, that's true. Lars, if you still don't understand. Lars smiles warmly. I think it's okay to deliver my voice directly to those people's hearts. Kira, scary. You scare me, Lars. Lars, I'm just kidding. Kira speaks with a hint of doubt. Really? Lars, yes, I will use proper words to convey what needs to be said. Kira smiles as he speaks. I love you, Lars. Lars, I love you too, Kira. Kira also about that. Lars, yes. Kira, the suit. Lars remains silent for a moment, but when he understands Kira's thoughts, he begins to speak. I requested a normal suit as well. Then Mr. Heinlein mentioned the new material he was researching and made it for me. Did you not like it, Kira? Kira, slightly embarrassed, hesitates. No, that's not it. Lars, oh dear. Kira, you are thinking naughty thoughts, aren't you? Kira, why? This concludes the content of the draft. It felt very similar to what was shown in the theater. I'm curious to see how Lars and the abilities of the occult will be used in the future. Could it be that just as we humans can breathe and move our limbs without consciously thinking about our internal structures, the abilities of the occult are activated subconsciously? Will Heinlein develop some kind of new technology, and will Lars end up wearing a device that can temporarily disable the ability to read a person's mind? However, using technology to disable an innate human function is somewhat similar to the concept of the destiny plan. On the other hand, it wouldn't be surprising if Lars himself thought it's rude to look into someone's mind unilaterally. It seems that there are different concerns compared to the new types of the Universal Century series. Mr. Fukuda has said that I created the existence of the occult with the intention of introducing a clearly different type of being from the new types. New types are often described as a new generation of humans capable of understanding each other without words. On the other hand, Lars has said that I communicate important things with words. Let's look forward to the future paths that Lars, Kira, and their companions, who have chosen a different path than the new types, will take. Thank you for watching to the end. See you in the next episode.
soon.